Lately blessings coming down a lot. They coming down. I see my fam, I can't be down and out. I can't be down and out. Since 17 they tried to knock me down. Don't ever count me out. I could go round for round, round for round. Don't need no friends, don't need no one around. Don't need no one. I get some blues, I get to thumbing down. I get to thumbing. It comes to me, don't do no running around. No time for running around. I get upset when things don't go my way. I get upset, but I cannot complain. I save a bag to spend on rainy days. Diamonds for my bay, those type of things. 10 a.m. Used to sleeping, I've been up since 6 a.m. Early bird gets the worm, what it is. All these birds, they get curved, what it is. Okay. Hold up, wait a minute, let me say something. How could you be stagnant when it's bass thumping? Cause she threw the hoop and I grabbed it and dunked it. My game comes to me, no, I'm not forcing nothing. I'm on go mode, please don't wait up. Me plus motion, that's a layup. Pick and roll, give and go. Take it, heat, finish strong. Night after night, remember when I would stay up. Fight after fight, knocked down, but I found a way up. No picking sides, I got my friends, down for the ride. Far from the end, giddy up. 10 a.m. Used to sleeping, I've been up since 6 a.m. Early bird gets the worm, what it is. All these birds, they get curved, what it is. Okay. 10 a.m. Used to sleeping, I've been up since 6 a.m. Early bird gets the worm, what it is. All these birds, they get curved, what it is. Okay.
Slow, letting our story unfold. Baby, I know, stunning outside, just stunning our growth. Oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. You wanted something from me, wasn't giving shit back. Gave you my trust, I ain't giving that back. Taking my time, I was giving you slack. Too deep in, I gotta unpack. It's all in the past now, baby, that's that. Said you ain't doing nothing wrong, that's cat. Still trying to dodge all the holes in the cracks that you left here with me when you turn your back. And all I got was love. Where do we go? After our summer went cold, coming in hot, I was playing it slow, letting our story unfold. Baby, I know, stunning outside, just stunted our growth. Oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. Where do we go? Coming in hot, I was playing it slow, letting our story unfold. Baby, I know, oh, cause all rainbows don't end with a pot of gold. I guess that fairy tale ending ain't really come true. I'd rather be 6 feet deep than be stuck with you. Everything's blue, everything's through. I know you can feel it too. And all I got was nothing. I know you can feel it too. All I got was nothing. And all I got was nothing. I know you can feel it too. All I got was nothing.
Check 1 2. Got a little bit of a delay. This is going to drive me crazy. Check. This is music. Cardio. Well, let's see if we can do it. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. Oh, I can't do it with the earphones on, so I can't hear the music, can't hear what's going on. Hopefully the mic sounds okay. I will not know. I've got a delay, and that will make me start talking crazy. Bear with me. I am on a road trip. I am somewhere in Virginia, Tennessee border. Oh, now we don't have that going. We just have everything freaking out tonight. Okay. All right, so shout out to everybody that's here with me tonight. Let's see who we got here. We got Mercy Received. We got Dave P. We got Crispy Chicken. Crispy says we hear you. Okay, good. It has been an adventure. I've had to make trips to Walmart to get things that I needed to try to do this, and still can't get everything I needed together. But let's go with what we got. Glad to have you guys here. Glad you're hanging out with me late at night. Got this crappy new microphone. My thing didn't work on the way here. So that sounds kind of weird. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. And here I am on the 1 hour chart with Bitcoin. So the cool thing is that we're still respecting this trend line. So that's awesome. And as long as we do, well, I'm still in all my trades. I still got them all going there. You're just not going to do this right, are you? Do we just not have enough light? Do you need more light? Do you need a spotlight on me to keep my face on? Okay. So I don't know how long this stream will go. Probably not lasting a full hour, maybe just about 30 minutes. Just kind of checking in on things. Maybe tomorrow night's stream will be a little bit more finesse there. Got to get this sound issue taken care of here. Oh man, that's still a delay. Can't do it. All right, so Bitcoin. It's really weird without having the music in the background. All right, so taking a look at the daily chart on Bitcoin, still looking for about 68,743 to get hit. Haven't quite done that yet. Might be flirting with this trend line breaking. I didn't see it on the smaller time frames. It's a little bit wonky here on this bigger time frame, so I think we might be okay here. I'm going to do a little with what we've got. See if we can get some tighter trend lines here. Come down to the 4 hours as soon as the computer cooperates with me. Yeah, I just don't like that. All right, there we go. There's our trend line. So we're still respecting it, so we still got a chance to get up and possibly even 70,000 to possibly be hit there. Looking at our indicators here on the 4 hour, though, they're giving us a little bit of mixed signals here. We're going to play in the red light, green light on market cipher. Kind of means that we're just kind of going a little sideways, not doing very much at the moment. So stochastics are at the bottom. So there's things here that are saying, well, just more sideways. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen for tomorrow when, say, London comes in. And that should be, they should be hitting us up about, oh, we should start seeing something about 3 o'clock Eastern time here in the US. So here we are on the, what are we on the 15-minute, 1 hour. Just checking for some signs here. Looks like the 1 hour is respecting the 50 moving average. And hopefully we'll get a bounce there. We just need to bounce off that trend line. Go ahead and take a look at total 3 here. This has to do with our altcoins, and they've been doing pretty nice lately. Still, we're looking at it in this falling channel idea. We are at the top area right here, man. Great place to be paying yourself. Hope you guys have been paying yourself. It's probably a good time to pay yourself on Solana. She got up to 180 something and started pulling back a little bit today. Overall, we've recovered the 200 moving average. We did get that death cross with the 50 moving average crossing over the 200s. So quite possible that we will see altcoins reject off this high and come back down for a little bit. Maybe losing about $20 billion in altcoins. Not too bad of a drop. Ichimoku Cloud also suggests that this area about 614 billion might be in play there. Oh, camera. So total 3. It's telling us that we probably want to take a little bit of profit and pay ourselves. Checking it out on the 4 hour. Feels weird not to be in my regular studio on the laptop. So let me blow this little guy up. This trend line that we're following here, notice how the price comes down below it, and then it's been retested it 3 times so far, and then bumped his head on this top trend line that we got there. That's actually kind of a nice strong sign of strength. Now I'm going to take this and just incorporate this new information that we got here. And now we got a new trend line is starting, and we could get 3 humps and then a dump on this one. That's what I'm looking for. One more bump up. But still about 660 billion is kind of the top area that I've got for that right now. EO dollar seems to have been on an upswing, but now starting to turn around a little bit. Making a lower low, we kind of like that. We want to see the dollar kind of go down. And now I guess we can start getting into some of our altcoins if we kind of filled out the indices there. Mostly taking a look at Solana first, because she got up to, how high did you go? 185? Just shy of my 186 target. Will it get hit? There's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Man, the screen is little. So it could also come back to about 174 is what I'm seeing here with this 618 Fibonacci. That is this area right here where the 21 moving average is hanging out. That might be a buy zone if that holds. That's what I'll be looking at. But that was kind of neat to see 184, almost 185 get tapped today. Again, got another scenario where we could get 3 humps before getting a dump there, so I like that idea. Dave P says, we can hear you, Road Dog. Cool. It probably sounds like crap, though. Connection is lagging. Yeah, it's a hotel Wi-Fi, and I've got everything hooked up to this laptop. Maybe Chris, ETF tomorrow. Mercy Received says, a cup and handy to the upside. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Oh, that looks kind of nice on the 4 hour, bouncing off the 50 moving average for it. Ichimoku Cloud is kind of cool with what we got going on right now. But the 200 moving average. Road Dog tired. And the biggest thing that I can see on Solana is this bear trap that we got breaking up above this, breaking back into our pattern there. So that's good. This can result in a nice strong move up. Where am I? I'm on Ethereum. Thought I was talking about Solana for a second. You're losing it, Road Dog. So 4,000 looks like it's on the table. That's what I'm looking for anyway out of this. Now the Ethereum ETF is supposed to be approved. I think it's supposed to start trading soon. And we saw this with the Bitcoin ETF, that prices started dropping after the approval. Buy the rumor, sell the news. We might get that out of Ethereum. I don't know. Ethereum is deflationary now, so that's going in our favor for Ethereum. And that's why I've been kind of building up some of my Ethereum bags lately. Since the ETF suggestions have come out. Hadn't done as great of a job as I wanted to, but you know, we do what we can do. Ethereum ain't the cheapest coin out there, but she could be going up a lot higher. to take a look at a few more here. Got I and J with my laggy computer that won't even pull it up. Dude, seriously, what's going on? Make sure we're still got a good internet connection here. I and J pulling back a little bit at 25.87. She was up to about 28. That's kind of cool. So I like that. Looks like we got a trend line here that we got rejected off of. It's not the most beautiful trend line, so I'm not going to really push it. And the fibs are telling us she's got a little bit more down to go to about 29.52. Is that right? 25.52. There's a possibility she might bump up from there. Usually doesn't happen that way though. Might start looking that way, but it usually doesn't happen that way. Usually she'll come back down to this area, but this 386 Fibonacci area. And that will be coming in about $24. If we do get a bounce at where it's at now, it will be a hellacious move. This would be a great strong move to the upside if it bounces there. If it bounces at $24, it will still be a great move. But if she starts losing that, then we're going to go a little bit more sideways. It's still positive, but she'll be retesting this bottom trend line, and it may not be as fun if that happens. And that would bring us down to about $22, $23 in that area. So there's a good chance that $25, $26 area right here. And that's what I'm kind of hoping for, what I'm kind of looking for right there. Hoping the music is good. We can't hear it. Do we have music? I got nothing. There we go. So if you see me looking around, I've got a laptop. Oh man, that's it. Take the ear thing out. So I've got a laptop hooked up, and then I've got a HDMI ran to the motel room's big ass TV. So you see me looking over here trying to figure all this stuff out. It's interesting trying to do these shows on the road. Here's AIOZ. I like this one, and she's recently hit $57. She was hanging around 39.40. Looks like we got a nice breakout here, trend line, and we can definitely be going up. You can take a measured move, kind of get a nice little idea where we might be headed to. Put that at the breakout area, and that's suggesting that we'll come up to this area, if I can label him there. Right around 65-66 cent area of AIOZ. That's kind of cool. Now she may pull back to about 51 to 52 cents, and if she does, going up there, that'd be about 30% gain. So that's kind of nice. I like that idea. So a pullback maybe at about 52 cents, and then a measured move target getting us in about 67. And then of course we still got a 618 right up here, which honestly that's the main targets I go for, the 618, because that's the main one everybody else is going to go for. Hey, there's Sam Webb. Chris says, I see an inverted head and shoulders on ETH. Is it at the top though? People love to call them at the top, but it's really a bottom pattern. Trying to see what might. So here's what we seem to get in the TA world. when it comes to the head and shoulders pattern. So they could play either. I mean, they could be identified either way. It's kind of subjective, you know. You got the head, shoulder, or shoulder, head, and shoulder idea from this way, or you could be looking at it, you know, trying to get it like this way. I only look at these for bottom patterns, or maybe a local bottom. Usually when we have a channel breakout or a falling wedge, when you go, you know, a channel like this, you can see them kind of form as we're reversing out of those little guys. That kind of idea play out. But I can't tell you how many times that I've seen where when you're looking at price and you've got a, you know, more of a top area, and it does, I mean, you know, you can see things that do look like a head and shoulder, like an inverted head and shoulder, and you see it called all the time. But what you usually find is that they don't work out very well. They might go up a little bit, but then it crashes. And I chuck that up because this is it's a bottom pattern, a reversal pattern, and we're trying to play it like it's a continuation pattern and play it on the top. And so I just kind of stick with the rules of playing them as bottoms. But you know, you can find it, and it does, and then how you want to argue that point? Well, it worked out. Oh, we'll continue it. Well, maybe it does, but you're not getting exactly. You'll be shocked or disappointed more often than not. It's what I found, but that's just my take on the inverted head and shoulders and things like that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Hey, Dave. Road dog on the road. Roadkill. Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? Crispy chicken, I'll post it in the group. Okay, cool. You know, I had Telegram sitting up here. See how much I can tax this laptop computer here. Where are we? Oh, I'm a little early. Oh, let's put that over there. Alright, so we've checked out Solana. Let's see, we haven't checked out Caspa. See how Caspa's doing right now. I got Walmart's $29 microphone. I'm curious to see what that sounds like when I play the string back. Caspa hanging out at 17.5. We just can't seem to break and hold that 18-cent area just yet. She's a slow one. She's a slow one. I'm still trying to accumulate it, but it's hard to accumulate it because she doesn't go anywhere. She can divvy up a 1 cent parameter better than any other coin that I've seen in the longest time. And 7.1 to 7.15 to 7.2. It's just crazy. There's just little room in Caspa to move. But one of the days she's just slowly going to keep going up and up and up and maybe reach $1 one day. That would be awesome. I would love to have 200,000 Caspa at $1 a piece. Better yet, at $5 a piece. But that's just me being greedy. So I got a question, man. You look at these altcoins and you see that we got about another 12, maybe 18 months left. Maybe. Do you think that you could see another 10, 20x out of some of these altcoins? Can you see it happening within the next 6 to 8 months? A lot of times it happens at the very end, after Bitcoin already peaks up or some peaks out. So right when Bitcoin is peaking out, and then also right after Bitcoin peaks out, that's usually when you're going to see your altcoins go up. And some of the ones that go up before Bitcoin has its peak You might be sitting there hoping for another peak out of them, but it never comes. They've already peaked out early and it's over for them. So you got a lot of things there, a lot of importance on having a good plan on when to take profit on your altcoins, because you definitely don't want to be stuck holding the bag. And it's easy after the peak happens to just kind of watch them slowly go back down, because you're waiting for one more bump up, right, just to get that little number that you saw earlier, and it may not happen. So we just need to keep that in mind. A lot of these altcoins will pop off and they will hit their highs before, and then some of them will hit their highs after Bitcoin. Mostly your better ones usually do that, or have another come up afterward, and where the weaker ones just kind of fall away. Why are we talking about that? Man, it's a different mood without the music in my ears and with the headphones on and everything. I feel like there's an interaction that's missing there. Please, for the love of God, don't forget Cass. How's it doing against Bitcoin? She's been falling lately, the last few weeks, right? But coming down to a trend line. The first trend line right there. Hope it respects it. Didn't respect it on that second retest, so. Oh, and you just broke through. I see that now. Broke through my green line right here. So that trend line did not hold for us. Doesn't look like it's going to reclaim it either. Lost the 50 moving average, so CAS been coming down for Bitcoin anyway. So I would say down to about 235 satoshis is there. It looks like we're going to break that trend line one more time. Since she's already broke it over here, I'm going to go ahead and move her down. Just line her up with these candle bodies over here, right there. Not the greatest. So basically I'm looking for 235, 237 satoshis, maybe down to 225. I'm not quite seeing that just yet. But coming down to this lower trend line right here, 200 moving average, looks like it's going to be in play. Against Bitcoin anyway. You guys are up late tonight, man. My time. Can you please look at Londo? Sure can, Slinda. What are we at? $1.03 on Ondo? And she got up to $1.50. Oh, that's good. So it's respecting this trend line. And looks like it's pretty well respecting this one. It got a little weak here. Didn't quite make it up there. That was a first sign of weakness. That's what you need to look at for these patterns. If once you establish the trend line on the megaphone patterns like this, go into the candle bodies, and if you're seeing it start to wick up and it's not, you're getting the sell wicks up here, like it's a top, because that's what the sell wicks are saying. The sell pressure. The line back and getting weak, baby. It's getting weak. And so at this point, we got to look and see if we get a higher low or a lower low, right? And so looks like we got our higher low. So we may be good for a bounce. If we are, I mean, she can recover and come back up to the top of the trend line, maybe to the trend line. Judging how we got this deviation from that trend line, I would be looking for this area to see if we can get past it at $1.49, $1.50, retest that area again. This could be making our M pattern double top and then break to the downside a little bit. When these break to the downside, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. You can take one of these smaller measured moves over here. I don't even know if it would go that far. but you know, that's about as bad as they break down when they break to the downside. It's not bad. They're a pretty fun pattern to trade, actually. Just buying around the bottom areas. So buying around this bottom area, can we get up here? Or are we going to come back and retest it? And that's what we're not quite sure of right now. So if I had to guess what she's going to do, I'm on the daily here. This is at 100 moving average. It's got a chance to bounce. Well, 99 cents may come into the picture if that doesn't hold. It could, it should hold here. Have we got a trend line to tell us? Oh, you're breaking it. Is it a done deal? No, not yet. It's awful close. So when I'm looking at these things like this, and you know, I'm looking at my 5 moving average strategy, I got my 200 moving average and 100 moving average, and we're playing that range in the middle. It's going between those two. All the other moving averages are kind of in the middle, so we could stay here for a little bit. But all the moving averages have flipped bearish. Everything's below the 200, including price. And it looks like the 21 is going to cross there, across the 50 moving average here on Ondo too. So it looks like she's, sad to say, it looks like this area here, that 90, 98, and 99. It looks like it will come into play with the possibility of 95. The 618 Fibonacci just should always be on your radar no matter what. It could still bleed out a little bit, what I'm seeing. What we got on our indicators? Okay. And on the 8 hour, we're below the 200 moving average. Are we on the daily? What are we at on the daily? What's the daily say? Let's go back and look at the daily here. I think we did it earlier, but you know, on the daily, I'm going to go with it. There's got a good chance to bounce here. The daily says it's got a good chance. I'm not that scared. The smaller time frame suggests you could go lower. The bigger time frame is saying, hey, so maybe okay right here. You got a big thick Ichimoku cloud, you got the trend line, you got the 9 above the 21, price on the 100. The daily says, I think we're good right here, buddy. Don't let the smaller time frames freak you out. So I'm kind of cool with this. That I'm going to make this my official call for Ondo. It should stay here. Watch it don't. You suck, road dog. You're horrible. But look at this idea. We just connect those top dots right there. You got a breakout with a confirmation coming, and that's what I like. Yeah, I'm riding with this guy right here. Screw those lower time frames. We don't care about them. Screw that red dot on market side for saying we're going to dump down to 0. Screw all that noise. Road Dog says it's good. Oh, let's hope that turns out. You still have the levels. If it goes there, I'm thinking 102 is going to hold. Well, let's see if we look like an idiot tomorrow or not. she's wanting to make me look like an idiot right now. So I'll go ahead and get an early start on making you look stupid, Road Dog. Let me go ahead and start dumping on you now. 200. We're saying we're going to turn around at 102. You suck, Road Dog. I'm still doing it. 103 right there, 618 Fibonacci. Good choice. But our moving averages are saying she's going to have a struggle. It's not going to be a great one. I'm still sticking to 102. In fact, I would say bounce. Just kind of solidifies my views so that if we do come down here, I can't say that. Well, yeah, I said it's going to go to 95. I don't let myself get in those situations. Other YouTubers do. They'll flip flop and grow, call 3 or 4 different things, but it does look like 102. I'll stick with that. What happened to my lights, man? No. Stop it. Don't take my filter. That was freaking weird. Man, this is different without the music and everything. Super Farm. Looking like it's ready to go. Let's check out Super. Oh, she's not dropping, right? 67. Oh, I'm on a 6-minute time frame. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, this is nice. I like what she's doing on the 200 moving average there. That looks good. 50's way up here. 100. The moving averages look good. Stochastics are a little high on this one. I'm on the 1 hour. That time frame will let me go through real quick. We'll get on the 4 hour. So I'm doing this backwards, all right? It's best to go from the higher time frames and work your way down. But you'll catch us, you catch me sometimes, go up time frames. But I don't want that to be confusing for my audience. I mean, the general rule, your best way is to go from lower time frames. Just put your weight on the higher time frames and less weight on the lower time frames. I'm trying to be mindful of some of the things that I do that might confuse people, because I see a lot of confusing stuff out on YouTube and I just don't want to add to that mix. I see a lot of 1-minute trades saying 1 minute can predict what the daily's going to do, some crazy stuff like that. I don't know. And then I see flip-flopping, and then they get away from the 1 minute for a while because I guess maybe they lost a little bit and got snagged on it, because that happens. 1 minute works good sometimes, but it can't tell you when things are getting ready to top out and fall over, unless you know to look for that from the bigger time frames telling you that. I see some crazy things here on YouTube. Most of it's pretty good, but there's a few out there that do some crazy stuff, man. Taking a lot of big risks trying to teach people how to do things, and I don't know. If you got to put up $1,000 to make $50 on high leverage, that's risky trades. That's risky ass trades. So Super on the 4 hours got a nice little bouncing candle here at the 50 moving average, 67. I like that. We can come up, we can do good. Got the let's get some targets. Look at that. She was up at 160 and down at, she lost $1. Got rejected here at our 236 fib. Well, the fibs are respecting this one very well, so I'm pretty confident that's our bottom. So 115.8 is the main place I would be looking for Super Farm. That and 136, I think both of those make, or 135, both of those make really good targets, in my personal opinion. They'll have to wait a little bit for them, but And then of course you got 88. I mean, the fibs are when they hit it really well. 88's a good short-term target. So from where we are now to 88, that's about 35% gains, and to the 618 Fibonacci, the golden zone, $1.16. That's about 78% gains there. It's not bad. I like that. Linda says, I won't get pissed at you if it dumps to 95 and just buy more. That's it. I'm trying to figure out where I need to buy some more too. I'd like it under $1 on Nando because we know it can go up higher. Crispy Chicken says, I'm holding on to $10 for Ondo? You could probably do it. Somebody asked me a question in the chat earlier tonight, and it was my opinion on something, and I was so caught up on everything. A mercy received. Thoughts on Chainlink? Let's take a look at Link. Sorry, I forgot about that one. Getting in all my technical difficulties here got me off guard here. Can't you do $100? I'm thinking she can. She's a slowpoke too, man, but since it's got the use case, I'm curious. Let's go to CoinGecko. I think it's 1 billion if I remember right. So we're at $8 million market cap. Fully diluted is at 13, almost $14 billion. So 1 billion coins, maximum supply, total supply, and 608 million are out there. We're talking about Chainlink is at $13. This is one of the most popular coins out there. And I'm just looking at the tokenomics, and I'm thinking about all these other projects that also have $1 billion or a billion supply or more. And you look at how slow Chainlink has been. Some of those coins with $1 billion, though, I mean, they work a little faster. But still, that's a lot. And then when you start getting into coins with 10 billion, 20 billion, 40 billion, 420 billion, and then you're wondering, you know, what price can they get to? Not much. But $1 billion, this one could do some things. Especially change. I feel that if this market gets as bullish for Ethereum and Bitcoin, and Chainlink having a very good use case as an oracle, with the legacy market coming in, BlackRock trying to build on Ethereum, this exchange in Texas 24/7, stock market, commodities, securities, whatever. Or at least securities being traded 24/7. Chainlink will be in on that. I could see 150, honestly. I think it's got a possibility to hit about $150. Could be totally wrong. I'm not the greatest at calling these things out. When it comes to the tokenomics and all of that, but I can look and see what we got on the chart. Is it possible on the chart? And I haven't done this, so I'm kind of curious. What would we be looking at here for Chainlink? $39 for sure. 74. $92 is on the table. And now we get to the fun part. Oh, we got you on there. I shouldn't go high enough. For this move that we got right here, there can be some more higher highs and higher lows. This could be a wave one. What is it? 1, 2. It could be. It could be this the start of an Elliott wave 1, and this could be the bottom of it, or it may decide just to come up here and then do it, and this could be the 1, 2. We got lots of possibilities. There's some bigger moves going on here with Chainlink, but if you're looking for some bigger targets that could be based on this move that it did, and this was to 2018 to 2021, just based on that, $200 is on the it's on the table. It's not the most highly probable call out there, but it's on the table. And 146, that's more what I'm looking for, 261, but that 361 target right there, that's very reasonable. That's what we've seen with this. Is exactly the same setup when I was talking about altcoins and how they got up to that area that I didn't pay enough attention to, that area that was telling me, hey, this is the reversal point, this is the place where we need to, you probably want to take some profits because we're going to get rejected here. That's what this bid is, the 3618, which is coming at $200 on Chainlink. So I see that. I see 146 coming into the picture, and I think that's very doable, and 92 is extremely doable. So interesting on Chainlink, and hopefully it will. Hopefully it will go up there and do some stuff. Answer me online learning. How's it going? It was over 20 back in March. Just looking at me, yeah. I wish I'd taken a little bit more profits and links back there too. Coulda, woulda, shoulda have, but eventually you do learn. It's like a shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. Now I'm picky on these, but I like to talk about them. Because that's the quick thing, man, to do is the head and shoulders, right? But I've got to say this, not every time that one of these happens, when it comes to the head and shoulders pattern, it is all about this neckline. And I like a solid neckline with all three things. The second thing I'll say about head and shoulders is that the idea is that price is coming up here, getting rejected, making a higher high, and then making a similar low, not necessarily, maybe even a lower low in some cases, like it did here. But then you got this guy, and this is the anomaly for this head and shoulders pattern. This is the little clue that may tell you this one may not work out as hopeful for you. It's when this right shoulder is higher than your left shoulder. Nobody talks about that. I talk about it. If this is higher than this one's probably not going to do you as good as what you're thinking it's going to do. It may even fail completely. Because the whole idea is that this will be a lower shoulder and price is not even strong enough to make this high. That's the head and shoulders you want that's going to bang you down to the downside. That's the ones that you want to work on building the short on. If you're thinking about shorting this one, you may get faked out on this one. Then again, we come back next week and Road Dog, you suck, man, you're wrong. Could be. It's good to zoom out and see what the, when you connect the dots on the bigger picture, because it's not a head and shoulders. I mean, you can play the head and shoulders, nothing wrong with it. But you also got this megaphone idea, right? Now she did fall back here, but they also do something that we've seen a lot lately, where they do the bear trap and get back in that pattern, and then this is a failed head and shoulder to the downside. I'd say it's likely to fall or fail just on the basis of this right shoulder being taller than this one over here. That's just one of my rules. She does got a nice little neckline though. And look, she's above it. Break back above that neckline, the pattern's invalid. Or possibly invalid. We'll put it that way. Price gets above this high over here, above 19 cents, it's definitely invalid for Chainlink. I think she looks bullish, actually. Still got some more work to do. But I'm on the weekly too. This is on the weekly time frame. And then looking back at the 4 hour, I like the 4 hour. I think it looks good. I think she looks good. Let's draw a trend line here and connect these dots. Ooh, are you breaking it? Looks like she broke it. Now I'm not going to the wicks, I'm just doing candle bodies. She can reclaim it. But let's see if it's got some, what kind of wiggle room we got. Chainlink. Oh, you're pushing it. You pushing it. Is it pushing it? Still, these moving averages are above the 200. I know you got the 100 below it. That can sandbag us a little bit, kind of make it slow and sluggish and playing out, and kind of range sideways a little bit. But still, sideways is better than down. And so a little sideways until she figures out what she's going to do. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I like it. I don't think it looks bearish at all. Or nothing concerning bearish. Going to zero bearish. Might be doing a middle finger pattern though. Those are some things right there. The middle finger. Yeah, those head and shoulder patterns that don't work out, they do look a lot like a middle finger sometimes. Oh. Yeah, especially if that one's higher. Hey, there's Joe from Tangem. What are you doing up so late, Joe? I know why I'm up late, and I shouldn't be, because I gotta get on the road at 8:30 in the morning, but man. I'm in the hotel room tonight. Let's take a look at AVAX. She's making some pretty decent numbers considering how far she was down, at $22. Looks like we got a confirmed double bottom here. If I can draw it out. That little guy there with a neckline that we were up above. So that's good. So we could retest this. It's just always the given. And that's around $30. That could happen. I'm trying to zoom out here and look at this trend line. Is it a trend line? Is it a good trend line? It's a questionable trend line. Just because it's from so many wicks. There's a few bodies here, but in reality, man, I can pull this little sucker up to this area. Kind of suggests that we might see $35, $36, 200 moving averages coming up there too. If we can break above the 100, might get it. Ichimoku Cloud says we might have a good chance for that. It could happen. Might see a little range form between $30 and $35 to $36 coming in there. The only thing I haven't done is pull Fibonacci from swing high to swing low and see if we got any confluence there. I'm actually going to bump this little guy up to there, about 37. put this one over here at that $34 area. It'd be great to get back above this particular trend line, and then we get this strong move. Maybe some type of a bear trap if you want to look at it that way. I would just connect the top dots if it were me. Look, you got this amazing falling wedge ish pattern depending on how you draw it. Yay! Those are fun. I like them. Sure do have a messy chart there. Being up since yesterday, couldn't sleep last night. Oh man, I hate it when that happens. I've had several of those days myself. Can't do it this week. I'm headed to Tennessee because that's where I'm from. I'm an old Nashville boy. Don't know if I'm going to be making it to Nashville. I was hoping to. Prayed about it, see if it'll work out. Because the Litecoin thing is going on. I kind of like Litecoin, and of course the Bitcoin thing's going on this weekend. Trump's going to be there. It sounds awesome, and I don't know. See if anything can open up to where that can happen. But so far, I'm not seeing it happen just yet. Don't even know what I would do there. Can't use my filters if I walk around recording anything. But it would still be cool. Of all the ones that happen in my hometown, and I can't go to it, and I'm going to be there. Can't go to it. Sam says SKL, but I am looking for Bitcoin to drop because Bitcoin usually drops during these conferences, and we may already start seeing that happen now. I don't know, and that might be the altcoin pullback and everything that we've been looking as being a possibility. SKL on the daily, what you doing? Well, it looks like you hit the targets at least. 45 and 50. Went up to where? 53. Let's clear this out and see what we got. It looks like we got it looks a little lower than a 786. But it's not quite a it's not quite an 886. Are we in between? Are we betwixt the ferns? Yeah, we are in between, aren't we? That's crazy how you can eyeball it and kind of tell if you're hitting a level or not. And technically, it could show it down to here. But you know, the fibs will grow on you that way, where you can eyeball it, kind of tell. So good possibility we got a bottom area, hopefully. Hopefully. Air conditioner sounds very loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. All these fibs have some confluence, but this 0.5 and the 618, two areas, higher targets I would pick for myself. So she's got to come up and get through this area at 59 cents, 60 cents, that area. And if she can make it past that, it looks like we got a good shot to go to 86. Bouncing off a 9 moving average. Looks like she's got rejected off a 50 moving average, trying to reclaim it. We can get up there as 20% and ooh, about 73% from where we are now to that 88.6 cent area. Working on a possible breakout at the moment. That's kind of cool. Got a nice little channel. Possibly a wedge. Channel looks really nice though. And that's also getting us up here to those areas. It's technically saying, depending on where it breaks out, we got, you know, move it to the breakout point, but it looks like it's pointing toward 9.1 cent. So we'll throw that up there for a measured move. Pretty cool. Linda says Bitcoin is dropping, isn't it? Wish I'd taken a little bit more profit today. We're making it down to 67 yet. Moving averages are all bunched up there together, and they haven't crossed over the 200 moving average bearishly yet. I'm only on the 15-minute time frame though, but it looks fairly good. I think we might get a bounce back from this. If we don't, then I got 65.5. And that might stop me out my position if it comes down that low. Doge took a hit. Zoom out on the Doge here. Yeah, see, when you don't zoom out, you'll look at the local area thinking you know something. But if you zoom out, you can look at the whole area and actually figure something out. So I'm eyeballing that candle body here. Candle body's there. Nice breakout above the 200 moving average on the 6 hour time frame. Weird ass time frame. Channel seems to gotta adjust this a little bit, taper up a little bit, get those candle bodies in there, erase this guy, copy this guy, pull him up. Oh, that's better, much better. That's almost perfect. And this suggests to me that we can bounce off of here. Need to. Better. Don't want to fall back into this channel, or else I'm looking at the bottom of the channel, and that's the positive side. Another side would be looking at the bottom down here. I think we got a good chance to bounce off the top of this trend line. You got another secondary trend line happening right here. Did that match anything? Well, that's kind of like weird. This is how the channels work when they start curving up. Let's put that on there for giggles. Mr. Miles, no green sleep today? No, I'm in a hotel today, Mr. Miles. I'm working my way. I'm in... Where am I at? I'm in Southern Virginia. I'm in South Virginia. South Virginia right now. What's the purple square in the background? You know, I don't know. It just showed up. It's only on my laptop though. It's not on my other one. It's not always there. It's something on Snapchat. And I don't know. I don't know why that's there. Looks crazy. Oh, it's not in the background. Looks like a camera issue. You're talking about that little red dot that's like right there. I don't know. It only does it here on this one. A large purple pixel. Yeah, I don't know. It's on the Snapchat thing. It's not on my other one, but I've seen it on my laptop. Mr. Miles, Road Dogg is on the road. That's the hidden cam. I thought it was just my screen. Rumor has it Mr. Miles is now a helium miner. Mining that good old helium. Or the mobile token, I guess. Or at least trying to. Hopefully that'll work out for you, Mr. Miles. I'm convinced it's not the machine. I'm convinced it's the software. Q&T is hanging around $72, dropping from 80. Because why would you want to let me get rich off of you? I mean, clearly you hate that idea, or you would stop falling down so much, Q&T. Oh, I'm trying not to see myself give up on this coin, but after 2 years, sometimes you just gotta say, I don't know about you. This one should be a decent. This should be a decent thing, right? But she made a lower low here on the daily chart. She's been down here before, so I'm not worried about it, but just more down and sideways than up, and I don't like that idea. I'm getting very tired of Q&T. Phantom, below this channel trend line here. It's a makeshift one. It's not the greatest one, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. It'd be nice if she breaks back into it. It's a possibility that could happen. Lots of resistance going to be here, about 62 cents for Phantom though. Where in the world is Road Dogg Crypto? Now here's one that I like a lot. I'm kind of disappointed she came down so far. She was up at $20, man. Ori chain. Still got this one doing the same thing that it was doing before. Oh look, she nailed her target. Okay, we pulled out this 272 fib area right here. Look, she nailed it. $6.79. Should be a bottom. Let's erase all this stuff and see what we got. Yay. At least it's a higher low there. Man, oh man. 100. Crossed to the 200 moving average, so they're all flipping bearish. That's not great. So I want to see her get back and flip this. $9.20 area. It's suggesting that 1078 may be as high as she sees for a little while. It makes me a little sad. But at some point, these things will take off again. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Got a little bit of a late start, but now it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and if I'm going to get up at 8 o'clock, which is not my nature, I should probably be headed to bed. So it's probably what I'm going to try to do. But I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Trying to shoot for, I don't know, man. I'm going to a different time zone. It's going to be earlier time zone. So probably about 10 o'clock Central, which would be about 11 o'clock my regular time, Eastern time. So we'll see how that goes. Sam says pith. We'll do pith. And then I must leave. Pith is at 34. She's holding at 50. I like that. I'm on the daily time frame here. 9 moving average crossover to 50. Great first start. I like that. I like that. Was this a bottom area? Looks like it could have been. What's this? 886 fib. It's purple. That's what it should be. She went a little below. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, she went a little below that. What is this? Safe entry after breakout confirms a candle above the 9 moving average. Well, I left a little note for myself. Look at that. That was back over here. Was it? How safe was it? Didn't end up being that safe after I lost it. We dumped. You suck, Road Dog. I guess it goes with that. That's where it was hanging out. I don't remember. I would say the same thing now. Getting above the 9 would be what I would be looking for. Nice rounding shape here. Let me. So I got my pith bags unstaked and finally withdrawn and moved them over to the spot margin because I figured, well, since she's so cheap, I'm going to grow this one big too. So hopefully this will turn into something bigger. Started getting into it at 41 cents, so here we're at 34. There was some drawdown, but I picked a lot up on these bottoms too. 44.74. That's the main area I've got to see us get above. That's what I consider anything below that to be an accumulation zone right now. Every one of these fibs is greatly respected, man. A fib from the swing high to the top and the bottom here lines up really nice on everything. So this is when I just label all the fibs and I'll put targets at every one. 58 cents looks good. 69 cents is beautiful. 618's coming in at 80 cents, and that was some support here. 96 cents coming in for a 786. So I like all that. And she probably won't get higher than that for her first try anyway. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. So looking good, like 43, 44 cents could be on the radar soon. And what would that be, about 23% gains? Not bad. I think mine is about 3x leverage over on spot margin. I have to see how that plays out. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I am I'm going to sleep. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Selena. Appreciate that. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Let's see if we can get out of here. Do we have an outro screen? We do.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on.
Let's see this one in a minute.
I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so
Crypto 420 has it.
You won't make it to the finish.
See you guys tomorrow night.
Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go.